Hey guys, so I'm here to give you my review on the August U Beauty Discovery box. So I was going to have a look through it. You know, there was only 4 items in it this time round, and I was going to come back and give you guys like a small review on here. It's just not working with me today. It just said no, we're not going to help you, we're not going to work with you. And this is what I have to deal with. So first is the City of Bones by Cassandra Clare sampler book. I mean, I read, I think the first chapter, or was it the first 2 chapters? I think it's like 2 or 3 chapters in this book, but I know I read the first one and I did actually quite like it. I'm not usually into like fantasy, horror, thriller, whatever kind of books. Just to remind you guys, even though I did, you know, read the blurb in the last video, just to remind you guys of what it was about. It was about like demons and stuff like that, werewolves and vampires, but it was kind of set in the city, and it's set around like these kids. Well, those were the characters in the first chapter. I did quite like it. I'll read the rest of it to see whether or not I actually want to purchase the full thing. I was actually quite pleasantly surprised, but yeah, it's an alright book. It's alright. I think it's good like if you're on the bus or on the train and you're travelling and you know you just want to pass the time. Next was the Sienna Gradual Glowing Self Tan. Let me tell you, I think that lighting's a little bit better. Anyway, I don't usually do the whole self tan thing. It's just not what I do. But I try it for you guys. Okay, I try it for you guys. Now, what it says is that what you're supposed to do, there is actually still quite a bit left in here. Let me just let you know, okay? I used it one time. It says that what you're supposed to do is just rub it evenly onto the part of the body that you want to tan. And then in about 6 to 8 hours, it's supposed to, like the tan is supposed to show up, okay? Now, here's what happened when I did it. I put it on both of my arms, and I put quite a bit on both of my arms, I will say, although I didn't manage to use the whole thing. And then what happened was, I knew it was going to take quite a while, so I did it early in the morning so that by the time it got to early afternoon, you know, I can really judge in natural light to see whether or not it was worth it. Anyway, so I put it on. About 2 hours later, I jumped into the shower, started washing myself, and when I got to my arms, I was actually scrubbing my arms, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot that I put this self-tan thing on. So I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow instead then, start again, no problem. Got out of the shower, dried down. About an hour after that, my arms were brown. They were brown. And I was just kind of like, first of all, it didn't take the whole 6 to 8 hours like it says on the pack. It took a hell of a lot less than that. And even though I had basically washed it off, it's still tanned. For all those people who love to do self-tan, get this. Check it out. Seriously. I mean, if I was one of those people, I would love this. Next, we have the Inica Mineral Bronzer in Sunkissed. I'll say, I think this was one of the ones that I chose. It was this and the last item that I'm going to do. The first 2 items were the ones that U Beauty had put in the box for everyone, and the last 2 that I'm doing are the ones that I chose. So this was something that I chose. I love the packaging. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I chose it. I wasn't as keen on this, I will say. I mean, one was because it's not the right colour for me. It made my skin look red as opposed to bronze or a little bit tan. It just made my skin look red, so it just wasn't for my skin tone. Second of all, when I put it on, it's, you know, like when you put something on and then you start brushing it out or buffering it out, but then you still have that
stain of where you had put the brush initially. That's what happened with this one. And I tried it with 2 different brushes. I tried it with a bronzer kabuki brush, and then I tried it with just like a fluffy powder brush, which didn't have as many bristles as the kabuki brush. I just wanted to see whether or not it would make much of a difference, and it really didn't. So I really wanted to like this, but it just wasn't for me for those 2 reasons. And obviously the first reason isn't anything to do with the product itself, it's just that it wasn't suited for my skin tone. This was the highlight of the box. I tell you this now, this was the highlight of my box. I say it with such passion because I genuinely feel this way, and it's the Strevectin Intense Illuminating Serum. Yo. Okay, I tried it just like, what kind of black magic are these people dabbling in? That's how I felt. I put it on, then I put my foundation, I use my MAC foundation, I think it's Studio Fix, I think that's the one I have. Anyway, put that on top of it, did the rest of my makeup, and when I looked in the mirror, I was just like, damn! My skin just looks so glowy. I even try it by itself. Like, if you're gonna use this by itself, make sure your skin is on point though. Like, make sure your own skin is like spot free. Make sure that you have no blemishes or anything like that. Like, it makes the pores look a little bit smaller. It just makes it's like your skin but better. But it looks even better when your own skin is on point. Like, I tried it the other day, like I've had a little bit of a breakout. I haven't put on any foundation, as you can see. Like, you can see marks, and do I care? No. Getting back to the point. I've had a bit of a breakout, but I tried it the other day without any makeup. I decided to try it with makeup. It just made the foundation just that little bit better. I used it as if it was a primer, so I didn't bother to use my primer that day. I don't need to put anything else on. That's how I genuinely feel. Oh. It's just like, I love you. Concludes my review on the You Beauty Discovery Box of August 2015. Overall, I thought it was really, really good. Aside from the bronzing powder, which I really wanted to like, but I just couldn't. It just would not work for me. It just really would not work for me. And I'll let you guys know when the next one comes through, and I'll do another video for you. And I'll leave the link below for their website, just in case you did want to subscribe. Again, this is a subscription that I do with my own money. Nobody asks me to do these videos or reviews. It's just something that I do for you guys. If there's any other subscription boxes that you think I should check out, let me know, and I'll check it out myself, and I'll probably give it a go. But thanks so much for tuning into this video. I really appreciate it. Take care of yourselves now. Bye.